Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, Trey Lance, now in his second season out of North Dakota State. Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Jawan Jennings that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. from the gun on third down. Smith. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And that will force a turnover on downs. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Seahawksans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Walker with another carry, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Garoppolo now. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Hand off here to Walker. Able to slither by. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 70 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Again, it's Walker. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
19 tight. Check, Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin from 8 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to. When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Now it's Lockett. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Given 30 yards there.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Garoppolo to Ayuk. First down, 49ers. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now Geno. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing again is Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. From the 44, Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. and it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Lions. Third.
Here's Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Check it back. Hey, Mike 51. I know he ain't got it. Check Bobcat.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Go check. Ready.
Geno out of throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Straight ahead, Walker. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to... Touchdown!
Marquise Goodwin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll run the toss to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
Check smash.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, hurt. Cup 19. Check, Bobcat. Shift. 6 guard, check 6 guard. Trap 60. Ready.
Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Garoppolo's throw caught by Gray. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Gould is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
7 yards there and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
That's a run. They're running it. Go. 51 to Mike. Stop your whining.
And they will... And they take a knee. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.